Be blessed by the divine. Be blessed by the divine. May the Almighty force and our Guru protect us, guide us, lead us, support us day and night at all times, in all places, and in all our duties. Good afternoon, folks. I hope you enjoyed the day and stayed quiet and not really took a bearish or a bullish trade. Today was really a day when the big fellows decided that, okay, let us just keep it absolutely dull and quiet for the day, and perhaps the day when the options sellers were controlling the market. The option traders typically control the market, and that seems to have what has happened today in the market. So let's just quickly see what really happened in the market today. This is our famous Nifty 1 day chart, which we have been seeing practically every day. The market opened at around 24,277.90, went to a high of 24,347.25, and then it fell to a low of 24,216 and closed at 24,246.70. So essentially, the market actually said that there's nothing there for anybody. Okay, nothing there for anybody for you to do anything in your life today. If you are an options buyer for which you need very minimum capital, today is not the day for you. Today is not the day for option buyers. Today was a day for options sellers. And I had predicted today that as a test scenario, rather, that we had three test scenarios. The test scenario one was the market will have a gap down. This has been one of my ongoing research as to whether the market will do gap up or gap down. So I do talk about this in the financial astrology class as to how the different cycles really work in the market. But having said that, if you look at this particular market today, if you look at it in the morning there was a gap down at around 9:15. If you see, the market actually opened 21 point down, a marginal fall in the market compared to yesterday's closure of around 24,300. The market actually opened at 24,277. So uh, nothing really great to talk about. Uh, about 21 point, 30 point is not something that is really much. So practically a flat opening that we have seen today. So I continue to do the research on the opening, how we can do it. So today has been one of those days when our opening was correct. But then we also expected that at 9:21 the market will reverse and we should see a recovery from there at least for a few minutes, and that did not happen. 9:21 market actually did not do anything. 9:24 it went down by another 13 point. 9:27 went down, but then 9:30 a recovery, and 9:33 a good 90-point recovery, which immediately got lost by 9:36. 9:38, etc., etc. And from that time onwards, the market has been practically moving nowhere. It was just sideways. Of course, the last few minutes, you would certainly see the market swing quite a bit because it is mid cap Nifty expiry, monthly expiry, Nifty monthly, not, Nifty monthly expiry, weekly expiry, Bank Nifty expiry, monthly expiry, Win Nifty monthly expiry. So obviously we will want to make money today. So 3 o'clock, usually we see an up and down kind of a swing that happens. And that's really what happened. But that anyway, that doesn't really matter much for us because the move was so small and so insignificant that it really did not matter for us at all. Okay. What did we say will happen this week? We will quickly look at what was our prediction all about. We said that Monday to Friday, when we looked at it, we said 2 to 3 days of bearishness will be there. Okay, the remaining days we will see a bullish run. In fact, we said that there will be a big bull run on Monday. So this came true, right? And this partially came true. I don't want to boast saying that it'll definitely came true because um, I expected a big fall 2 days ago. It did not materialize. So this is my, again, one of those test scenarios that I have taken into consideration. I will add that to my um, learning process as we go along. So this has been one of those scenarios that we did not really see a big kind of a fall. But will the fall come? A big fall that I anticipated this week. Will it come or not? That's the question that is there. We have only one more day. Okay, let's take a look at the moon conjunction with planets. Let's take this particular example. This was a Amavasya day. Okay, this was a Amavasya day when moon was conjoined with sun. Moon was conjoined with sun. What was the date we are talking? 28th of February 2025. So if you go back to the Nifty chart on 28th of February 2025. So let's see what happened on that day. There you go, my friend. 28th of March, February 2025. That was the candle right here. You see this candle right here? On this day, the market opened at 22,433 and went all the way down to 22,104 and closed at 22,124. So this was a good fall. This was a fall of about 1.86%. Now, whenever we find moon is conjoined with a planet, there will be a correction. There will be a small correction that will come to big correction that will come. For instance, if you take a look at 28th of March 2025, moon was not practically conjoined with Saturn. It was very close, within 4 degrees. We don't want 4 degrees. We want it to be below 3.2 degrees. Okay, 3.2 degrees less than that. That is when the conjunction begins. As the conjunction begins, the fall will be slightly less. And as the conjunction comes closer, I'll give you an example of how to interpret this. Two fingers coming close to each other, and as they release, hut, there is a sound, you see. The force of release is usually much higher than the force of coming together. The sound that will be heard as the fingers snap will be much higher. Likewise, when two planets release from each other, the force will be much higher rather than it coming closer to each other. So moon coming close to Saturn was not really in conjunction with each other. It was a good 4 degree, 30 degree minutes apart from each other. This is Saturn and moon on 28th March 2025. So therefore, what really happened? And as the day progressed, moon started coming closer to Saturn. So what would you expect? Market should start to correct once moon started coming closer. Big fall cannot be expected on that day. And that's really what happened on the 28th of March 2025. Now here is the chart. Okay, 28th of March. 2025. If you really see here, the market previous day had closed at 23,591. This is on the 27th of March. On 28th of March, the market opened 23,591. The market opened higher, 23,600. So this is about 9 points more than the previous day anticipated. But after some time, the fall began. And the fall was not anything great. Naturally, we don't expect it to be great on that day simply because we are seeing Moon coming closer to Saturn. There will be a weak period. The sentiment will be sell on rise sentiment. So whenever I say bearish sentiment, I'm saying sell on rise sentiment. Okay. Now, here, if you see, the market went to the low of 23,450, but then quickly recovered about 69 points and closed at 23,519. So overall, the market fell down by 0.31%. So this is, of course, is explainable with astrological terms. Okay. So what's going to happen tomorrow? I'm just giving you a couple of examples for you to understand. There are many, many examples that I can show you, which of course I teach in the course. And if you look at this tomorrow, now you see where Moon is. Moon is conjoined with Venus, Saturn, and Rahu. Okay, 3 planets conjunction with Moon. In fact, you should be able to see a beautiful smiling face. This is called the Moon's smiling face. Early morning tomorrow, say around 5 a.m., you wake up, IST, you look up the sky, you should see that Moon and Venus and Saturn right next to Moon. And this is typically what astronomers like to call it, or the stargazers would like to call it, as the Moon's smiling face. You can possibly see a little bit of it tonight. I don't think it will be so clearly recognizable for you. Tomorrow night, you should be able to also see a little bit of it, because Moon will only be around 6 degrees away from Venus. So you should be able to see it. Now, if you see here, the release is happening. The release is happening. Okay. The fingers are snapping away from each other. Right. So Moon is at 338. Venus is at 310. Saturn is at 37. Rahu is at 119. So tomorrow is the D-Day. Tomorrow is the D-Day. The market has. Now you take a look at technically what is going to, what has been happening in the market. So if you look at the, just take this. Let's see if we can load. Yeah, let's just go to a weekly chart. Okay, let's just go to a weekly chart. So if you look at the weekly chart, we are already seeing a death crossover on the 24th of February 2025, where the 20 period moving average has fallen down to 23,727. It's falling down from there. And the 50 period moving average is higher at 23,790 or so. So today, right now, if you see, the 50 period moving average is at 23,929, and the 20 period moving average is 23,322. Not a bullish sign. However, if you look at the 5-period RSI, I like to take the 5-period average because there are 4 to 5 weeks in a month. So if you're analyzing from month to the weekly chart, you take to RSI 5. People like to take RSI 14, which is also fine. you can do that. But I like to take RSI 5 because it's a much better indicator here. Now, on a weekly chart, the RSI 5 is 72.25 overbought. The DMI is ADX is 30.76. That means there is a strong trend. That means there is a strong trend. What is the trend? Negative trend or positive trend? The DI negative is 30.3268. The DI positive is 15.7812. So number one, on a weekly chart, Nifty is overbought. And on the trend indicator clearly shows that there is still a bearish trend. MA crossover is showing death crossover. So on a weekly time frame, we are seeing that this is a terrible, terrible time for us to go long on Nifty. Okay. Now take a look at the daily time frame. Again, on the daily time frame, we do see a bullish crossover that has happened on 4th of April 2025. Right now, the 20 period moving average is 23,399, so 23,400. The 50 period moving average is 23,023. Okay, right. And what about the RSI? 76.50, super oversold. And we are seeing the DMI ADX to be 42. That means a very strong trend. What trend? DI minus is 21,3906. DI positive is 24. Neither of them are showing any direction for us. That means it can be very volatile. Okay, it can potentially be volatile. We can't take a conclusive trade on going long on a daily time frame. That is absolutely clear from this chart. Okay, let's go to the hourly time frame, which will give a little bit more clearer picture, I suppose. Now, if you look at the daily hourly time frame, on the hourly time frame, the MA crossover is clearly seeing a fairly high bull run. It is certainly very good because we are seeing the 20 period moving average is 24,235, 50 period moving average is 23,865. RSI is at 41 and weakening. It was as of 2:15 on the 23rd of April at around 87.96, 87.96. That's super overbought. And it has been falling a little by little, and it has not fallen. A big fall has not come. And if you look at the DMI, we see ADX is at 30.655, 6055. And is it now that goes to show that there is a very strong hourly momentum that is still there. So it is not like it is losing the momentum at this point of time. It was fairly higher, but then it is going down quite a bit. And if you look at the the DI negative, it is climbing a little bit. It was all the way down to about 10 or so, and it has come back to around 17.45. And the DI positive has been falling. It is now at 45, and it was at around 50, 56, 55 or so, and it has fallen down a little bit. Okay, so this is showing that we are still seeing a bullish trend on an hourly time frame, but we do not see bullish trend on the daily time frame. We do not see a bullish trend. Definitely, we see a bearish trend on a weekly time frame. So there is a pullback that needs to happen in Nifty, and I believe that that pullback will happen very strongly on the 25th of April 2025, as I notice that these planetary alignments are certainly not good for our bull run. So tomorrow, get ready for some firecracker show. Okay. The fall appears to be imminent. Okay. And the fall could be not a big fall. I think I will say the correction appears to be imminent. So, astrologically, so let's put all of this together, whatever we are analyzing so far. So, tomorrow's trend, 25th April 2025. Okay. Let's put technically. We are only doing Nifty. Technically, if we speak, weekly time frame is bearish. Daily time frame is weak, no strong trend. Okay. And hourly time frame is showing bullish, reasonably strong bullish, but losing momentum slowly. Not a big thing, but it is still slowly bullish. It's definitely bullish, but slowly losing momentum. Okay. Now, astrologically, we expect the market to be sell on rise. Okay. So, astrologically, why? Because of Moon conjunction with Venus, Saturn, and Rahu. This combination has been quite bearish for the market. In fact, I will say, I will be bold enough to say that there is a strong bearish move possible tomorrow. So, is this 100% true? No. Okay. We have seen times when the correction was not strong, but yet there has been no bullish trend on Nifty whenever Moon is conjoined with any planet. Very, very rare. I have not seen so far that the market has been bullish when Moon is conjoined with any planet. But will the fall be like 2%, 3%, 4%, 5%? I am not sure. Maybe a 0.5% correction will be there, a 200-point correction or a 100-point correction. 100-point correction is nothing. It happened even today, but 87-point correction is nothing actually. So I would say about 1% correction when the market corrects, which is fairly healthy. We would need the RSI on the daily time frame to cool down. And then only the next momentum will come. We have had continuous buy from the FII. So obviously they would want to also book some profit and exit, and it cannot sustain the strong bull run that we are seeing for so many days. Astrologically is not sustainable. So this is my overall analysis. But however, as you know, that this is a research that we are talking about, and we would want to wait for the market to show us proof that yes, indeed, the market is out there for a big fall and correction. Any kind of trade that you take is entirely at your risk. I am not responsible for it. I'm not telling you to take a trade. This is not a trading advice at all. So I hope that you're all ready. I hope you all booked your profits today. The partial booking of profit could have been healthy for you had you taken and had you also looked at taken the advice of your investment advisor. Many investment experts in the market is also have been suggesting for you to book your profit today, and I hope you have done it. If you have done it, please wait for the next 3-4 days, and the market, once it starts to recover, it will certainly recover from here. But I think Bank Nifty, if you really look at it, has reached a momentum plateau, and from here it is likely to go on a sideways channel for some time. Okay, there is still stocks like ICICI Bank and HDFC Bank, maybe about 5 to 10% upside is still there. but I don't think that is going to come immediately. We are going to see a correction in Bank Nifty, which we have seen today. Marginal fall has been there, but we are going to see a bigger correction in the next few days, is my anticipation. Okay. So, Suri, if you have bought a put option in Nifty, all the very best, man. I hope that you have taken an educated call on this. I am not jawabdari for anything that happens for you. Ajay, happy to know that yesterday you sold one future lot and earned 3,000 today. So good. Very happy to hear that. So any kind of success that you all are having is entirely credit to you for your technical analysis and your trading skills. However, my goal is to make sure that you don't lose money. My goal is to make sure that you are protecting your capital and multiplying it in innovative and creative ways so that you can achieve financial freedom. Ajay, yes, Ajay, you have a question?
Yes, sir. Good afternoon. So
Good
I have a
afternoon.
question. We are here discussing about predictions with moon movement, but
Correct.
which planet is pulling this market up? So please put some light on that also.
Sure, sure. Are you part of my current boot camp?
Yeah, this April one.
Okay, so
Yeah,
stay tuned. I will walk you through all the planets one by one.
sure,
The
sure.
previous batch students know why the market started rallying, but I will
Yeah.
show you the logic behind that.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you. Any other questions, any one of you? Yes, Jay Singh, sir.
Yes, sir.
Please
So,
unmute.
sir,
Yes.
on the markets, astrologically speaking, it can go either way, but an astrologically, basically, from a research astrological standpoint, do you think that the, for taking the fresh positions, right? Now, do you think that tomorrow is going to be the day the market falls and, Monday, will that continue astrologically, planetary speaking, or will
Monday
it
is
not?
Amavasya day. Typically on Amavasya day, the markets have been sluggish. So another fall is potentially possible on Monday. But
Okay,
moon will
so
be in Venus nakshatra, which is traditionally has been favorable for Indian market, particularly banking stocks. So I don't have 100% correlation as to what is going to happen on Monday, but yes, doesn't look very bright for me.
basically, then are we saying that because with the FIIs are buying, but an market being overheated, so
Yes.
astrologically speaking, then Tuesday, do you think? I mean, basically, the right point
Tuesday,
of
very much possible because moon will be in Sun Nakshatra, and we have had not a very strong correlation of a bullish sentiment on such days. But yeah, last time it had given a good result. So, but then we have also seen days where the short-term trend has taken a strong hold whenever moon crosses over into moon's sun nakshatra and then comes into moon nakshatra. There is a 9-day period which could probably even start from tomorrow. The short term trend could be bearish trend. Okay. So, but the daily trend could be dependent on whether moon is conjoined with a planet or opposed with a planet. So, while Tuesday may be this way, that way, so I don't have a correlation of that. Monday, I'm not very confident of a bullish run. Again, on Wednesday, if you see, moon will be in moon's own nakshatra, which has traditionally not been very highly bullish. And the next day, Thursday, moon will be conjoined with Jupiter. Another fall can be expected. Okay. Friday, that will be released. Moon will go into Rahu Nakshatra. So another recovery may be possible. But all this depends on the next 9 days of trend. So every 9 day, moon will go through a trend, 9 to 10 days approximately, calendar days. So we're talking about every 6 trading days, 6 to 7 trading days, you will see that there is this trend. And then the trend will reverse after that. Okay, sometimes it will be for just 6 days, depending upon whether there's a Saturday holiday, Sunday, Monday holiday, etc. So it's basically about 8, 9 to 10 calendar days. You will see a short-term trend. Moon controls that trend. Okay.
Would
So
you advise to get into the market with the fall tomorrow or still wait? And basically, I'm not talking about Nifty. I'm talking about
individual
basically the
stocks.
stocks. Yes, that's what
Yeah.
I.
Okay, good question. I'll show you how I will approach this whole process. Okay. Right. Let's just see how I will approach this. Okay. I will first of all have a screener. Let's just see if I can go to chartinc.com. How will I look at the trading? Right. Let's try and see if I can log in, sir. Hold on a second, please. Yeah. Okay. Let's say that my favorite entry point is hourly uptrending momentum stocks on a day trading basis. Okay, my goal is to enter exit on a day trading basis. I can make it into weekly swing, or I can do it into long term momentum. I can do whatever I want. Okay, I just have to change the hourly time frame. Okay, if I take hourly, it is day trading. If I take daily, I am talking about swing trading. If I take weekly, I am talking about the uh, positional trading. You understand the difference between the three? Okay. So
Correct.
if you are interested in positional trading, change the parameter to weekly. So what I will do is the following. I will look at on whichever is your favorite time frame. I want to see that there is a strong trend. So ADX should be more than 25. This is parameter number one. But
Yes, sir. You taught that.
at the same time, I want to see the ADX positive greater than 25 and ADS negative less than 20. I don't want a negative strong trend. ADX can be misleading. It can be 25, but then it can be a strong bearish trend. I don't want a bearish trend. I want a bullish trend. But at the same time, I will want on the hourly candle the market price of a particular stock trading below the 20 period moving average. Okay, sir? So that means it is an entry point for me. Right now, I have 5 stocks that are qualifying for me here. Okay, I have 5 stocks qualifying for me here, and I see Sriram Finance, fairly a decent company. Also, we know that this has been a highly ethical organization for us. And I don't know, I'm not sure about the State Bank of India because it's a PSU company. I'm not sure. And this has been a kind of a yes or no. Kotak Mahindra. ITC is a slow moving stock, doesn't really move very fast, and we know that Axis Bank can be highly volatile. And we are pretty much uh, flat today. So I will say I am interested in Sriram Finance as a company to invest in. Now remember, this is not a stock advice. I'm just giving you the concept of how you will take a trade. You should take a trade tomorrow or day after tomorrow, whenever you want. Okay, let's just take uh, the stocks and let us take Sriram has property, Sriram has finance. Okay, we want Sriram finance. All right. Let's take a look at, see, there you go. So this is trading between the 20 period moving average and the 50 period moving average. Let us just assume that tomorrow it is going to fall. There has been a good buying support also towards the end of the day today. About 2.46 million shares have been traded. And we're also seeing that the last hour candle is also little above. Whenever you will see a 1 hour candle about 3 times the average is 670, that will typically act as an anchor. Okay, so whatever you see at 2:15 p.m. will act as an anchor. So you should mark those times, those high, low, close, open values there. Ideally, you would want a low and a high of that. and then make sure that you draw a bar on that and make sure that you can keep that as the main important line here. So I will draw it right there. This is my 694.02. And I also see a 689.07, 689 being a 50 period moving average. What is the ATR? ATR is 5.78. Let's say 6 rupees is my ATR. So I will wait tomorrow. If Sriram Finance falls and I see that it is falling around, let's say 689, it is currently closed at 698.90. Okay, so assume that the stock falls tomorrow. It might fall, it may not fall. I don't know the individual stocks. Falls tomorrow to 689. One can consider buying with a stop loss of 683 because the ATR at that particular time is about 6 rupees. Is about 6 rupees. So then you can hold it. You can certainly hold it. This is applicable for day trading. This is not applicable for swing trading. Now, supposing I am interested in swing, I will go to the daily time frame. The numbers will change here. Now what happens is there is no trade possible in this particular stock today because my 20 period moving average is at 665. Okay. 20 period moving average is 665.75 and my 50 period moving average is 626.01. ATR is 25.10. I'll just take 25. So if the price falls and comes below 665.75 tomorrow or on Monday, one can consider buy for this particular stock. Buy for what? Buy for swing
Positional
trading,
swing.
not positional. I will
Okay.
look at swing trading. Swing trading means I'm talking anywhere between 3 to 10 days,
Correct.
not more than that. Okay. So I'm only look at 3 to 10 days of holding. So I'm not interested in day trading. I want to hold it for 10 days. So what is my stop loss? My stop loss will be 601. Okay, so that's a 10% fall from here. That's the maximum that I can hold. The maximum that I can bear as a loss is 10% on my trading. Now that means what? Supposing I have 1 crore capital. Okay, I can afford to lose not more than 1 lakh in any trade. Okay, sir?
Yes, sir.
Right? Maximum I can afford is 1 lakh, not more than that. So my capital is 1 crore. So that means per trade, I will buy Sriram Finance for 6 for 10 lakhs only. You understand, sir, what I'm talking about?
Yes, sir.
So I will buy
Yeah.
it for 10 lakhs only and keep a 10% stop loss at 601. So the max I can lose is only 1 lakh, which I know I can recover in another trade. Did you understand the
Understood.
concept of what we are doing, sir? Right?
Very
But
beautifully
today,
explained. Yes.
but right now, no trade is possible. Why no trade is possible? What is the price? The price
Above.
as of today is, as of today's closure, is 698.90. This is about 33 rupees above 20 period moving average. Not interested. I am not interested. I don't care if I lose the trade also. I don't want to do this trade. Okay. Now, supposing I want to do a positional trade, I will go to the weekly chart. Okay, this is the simplest way to look at this correction that has happened. Perhaps a bonus day, I'm not sure, or there is a stock split that happened or something like that that happened on the 6th of January 2025. I have not been tracking this stock, but maybe, I don't know, maybe a bonus or a stock split must have happened on this day. Otherwise, this particular stock doesn't fall so badly at all. It's a fairly a good stock. Okay. Right. Okay. So now let's take a look at the 50 period moving average. Now the 50 period moving average appears to be a death crossover, but that is maybe because of this chart problem here on the 6th of January 2025, week of the 6th of January. I don't know what happened to the stock. Maybe a stock split or maybe a bonus share that happened. So you should ignore this particular period as such. We need to manually calculate it starting from 13th of January to the 14th of January. The market has really not done anything great from that period. It's been moving practically sideways. Maybe take a look at it in a much better chart. I'm not able to really see, but we are seeing the last 2 weeks. The market has been, last week, in fact, the market has gone up by about 8.29%. Previous week, it had fallen by 2.26%. So this week, it has actually gone up by about 8.29%, the week of the 14th of April 2025. And today also, it seems to have in this week, that is the week of the 21st. Last week, it went up by about 8.29%. This week, it seems to have hit 1.03%. And we don't see a RSI to be overheated. I don't see a very strong trend on DMI. I actually see both sides. I see a DMI of, I don't see a ADX above 25. I don't see a DI positive about what, I don't know what is wrong with this particular chart. I think there is something wrong
So
with this chart.
somebody
I'm
is
not able.
saying that it is there was a split, one
There
to
was a
five.
split. Yes, 1
Yes,
to 5 split. That must have been the reason why this whole chart is, uh,
skewed.
but yes, skewed a little bit. So you have to manually take this chart in a different manner and take a look at it in a different way. So I will analyze it like this, the same logic. Where is the MA20? Where is the MA50? Is the price coming and touching MA20? Is the strong having the stock having a strong bullish trend? Okay, and I will wait. If I am looking at a momentum positional trading, number one, what are the conditions for me? Condition number one is MA20 should be above MA50. This is point number one. Number two, ADX should be above 25. Three, DI positive should be above 25. One, DI negative. I don't want a highly turbulent stock. Negative should be below 20. So there should be a weak bearish pressure. Sell pressure should be less. Buy pressure should be very strong coming into this, right? But price should be between MA20 and MA50. This is where I will enter. Okay. Ideally, the sixth one, RSI on the lower time frame. Supposing I'm doing all of this analysis for positional trading. So I will look at weekly time frame. I will look at all 1 to 5 on weekly time frame. Then I will go to the daily time frame. On the daily time frame, the RSI should be less than 30. That means it is oversold. Okay. There has been a strong bullish momentum. Prices going up. Everything is looking up. ADX is looking up. Very strong trend. No selling pressure coming in yet. But we are seeing this is all on the weekly time frame. On the daily time frame, though, like tomorrow, it can happen where the RSI could fall down to 30 and the price could come between the MA20 and MA50. That's my celebration day. That is where I will enter. And where will be my stop loss? The stop loss will be MA50 minus ATR as per weekly chart. Clear, sir?
Very beautifully explained. Yes.
Right? Very systematic. Sir, if you follow this discipline, sir, you will 99% of the traders you can beat. If you follow that, this entry will be very slow. Entry will be very slow. Sometimes you have to wait for 1 month for you to enter into a stock. Sometimes you have to wait for about 15 days, 20 days for you to enter into a stock. But once you enter, your chances of you hitting the stop loss is very minimum. Very minimum. It can still happen. It can still happen. But that is the beauty of this fantastic system. So tomorrow could be a grand opportunity for you. So build a screener like what I have just shown you and see how you can take a look at it and how you can enter. Okay, sir.
Got it. Got it, sir. Thank you so much.
All the very best, sir. Good luck to you guys. Take care of yourself. I will see you in the next session. So tomorrow is Friday. So I hope that tomorrow we will see something interesting happening in the market as per our uh, discussion. And let us see where we can take it forward from there. Ketu has got no correlation with the Indian stock market. So you don't have to worry about Ketu's position at all. Sun's placement will also not have a final say. Sun's correlation to the Indian stock market is also not very strong. So you can ignore that. All the very best. Good luck to you. Be blessed by the divine. I will see you in the next session tomorrow. All have a be blessed.